Hey people, welcome to another fine episode. Who's That Anime with your host, Stephen Collin. We're hosting this show about anime. Well, we say it's about
Still,
anime. You're still
still
here,
doing it.
still doing it. Or, well,
Anime's still here.
it is still here. I don't think it's going to go away.
No, you're probably right.
And we're just talking about My Hero Academia. And,
Yeah.
and how the character is a pervert in the
Off-topic
show.
anime.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a trope. It's certainly a trope. It's an old man, dirty old man.
No, he's like a dirty young kid.
Yeah, see, the dirty old man thing has been kind of phased out in anime.
Yeah, after what's his name, Roshi from DBZ. It's my
Oh
kind
yeah,
of experience of that.
and then Ramen One Half.
Oh shit, I'd forgotten it. I haven't watched a lot of that, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Is the pervy old grand master of the martial arts, and yeah, he goes around stealing underwear, and no one likes him.
And that
And
must have been heavily edited before it was shown on Fox Kids at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
maybe, yeah. I wonder what he was stealing.
Between that and what was it, Tenchi Muyo must have also been pretty heavily edited.
Little guy in that was pretty pervy too.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was it Tenchi Universe was after Tenchi Muyo?
yeah, Tenchi Muyo was like the first one, and then Tenchi Universe was one, and it introduced a blonde bimbo kite character. He
I
wasn't
never
very
watched
bright.
any of Tenchi Universe. I never watched Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah, and then there was another one. I think. Oh, what was it? Unless Tenchi Universe was that other one. But there was another one where it was basically some demon person was trying to fall in love with Tenchi and take away the others to weaken them or something.
Yeah.
Then there's another where it's set in space, where it's not the Tenchi that you know, but like a younger Tenchi, and he gets taken into space.
Space Tenchi.
Yeah, Space Tenchi. And I think there was another one after that.
Well, we are not here to talk about Tenchi. We are here to talk about Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, or all the other ones that we just talked about.
Or any of those other ones, yeah.
Yeah, so this falls into the trope because last episode was essentially the guy Denji,
Denji, yeah.
yeah, has decided that his goal in life is to squeeze some breasts.
Yep.
and
He's super into that.
he's real super into that. And then Power has essentially played him a fool and took him to go and get eaten by a bat demon. And the bat demon didn't like his
Yeah.
blood because it's foul
No.
and went on a rampage. And then he was like, "Hell no, not on my watch," and sliced him up good.
Yep. And of course, you know, the Bat Devil had eaten uh
Power.
Power and eaten Meowie, who is Power's cat, which is the sort of the root cause of all of this kerfuffle in the first place. So at the end of the last episode, where the Bat Devil is lying in pieces and eviscerated, but we're not sure what the status of Power or Meowie are. This episode kicks off with flashbacks of Power beheading and eating different animals or drinking their blood.
Hmm. Yeah, he started like decapitated a bear and used its body as a blood bowl. And I'm not
Yeah,
talking
a
about the game.
bird, a bear, a cow, just animals in general.
Oh yeah, she did have a bird at the start. Yeah. And then the cat was kind of there, and then she got the demon, and then she ran and went, "Oh, you know what? I like blood because it's nice and warm."
Yep,
And yep. So
what a
then
revelation.
yep. uh, and then was it? Is she getting eaten by the demon, and she kind of wakes up because there's like a wee bit where
Yeah,
she falls asleep and then wakes up.
yeah. I think I can't remember if she falls asleep and then it hits the credits, and then we come back and she wakes up inside the intestinal mass of what remains of the Bat Devil, along with Meowie, who's in a cage still.
Oh no, no, it's all before the credits.
Is that all before the credits?
Yeah, and he wakes up next to Denji, and she says, "Why did you save me?" And Denji just like shyly points at her breast,
And
and
just
she
does the kind of squeezy motion.
squeezy motion, and then
Yeah.
and then she's like, "That's pathetic."
Yep. But it's his goal in life, so
Yeah, and then she's just like, "All right, you saved me. You can do it." And then he goes, "Yay!" And his arm gets chopped off mysteriously.
his arm just disappears.
Yeah. Well, it didn't disappear. It just kind of gets chopped in
Yeah,
half. And
it's quite something.
yeah, and I think it cuts at that point. And
Might be
then
right.
anyway, he ends up fighting a big worm thing.
A leech devil,
Yeah, it
who
was
was the main squeeze of the Bat Devil, apparently, because their goal was to eat all the humans.
yeah, it was a noble goal, but a foolish one.
Yes, yes. And of course, the Leech Devil is a bit upset about what happened to the Bat Devil, so they're gonna take that out on Denji, who
Oh,
is now stood there with one arm.
yeah, yeah. Uh, aye. So it takes the arm, and she says, "Oh, actually, you know what? I can forgive you. You're a cutie." And
Yep.
then, what about the rest of them? And she went, "No, I'm going to eat them." And he's like, "All right." And then he gets wee stubby.
He pulls his chainsaw cord, and the chainsaw sort of comes out his face, but just kind of stops. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, this is awkward. It's
not
like it
enough
must be,
blood.
yeah, it must be running out of blood. Shit. I think he like says to her, it's like, hey, can you can you move? And she's like, nope, can't lift a finger. And he's like, oh well,
Yeah,
time to do something about it, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I think that was before all that.
Is it?
Because I think that was like when they were getting threatened. But yeah. Anyway, so he goes up and starts fighting the big uh bleach
The big leech
demon.
devil.
Yeah, it had like 6 breasts on it. He could have formed
Yeah,
a lot of breasts.
yeah. But
Um,
he even though he's not like full devil at this point. He is still kicking some ass, even though he's been beaten about the face as well.
Yeah,
He's def- he's definitely inflicting some damage. One of my personal favorite parts is where he's like, here's a good idea. I'm going to grab the intestines of the Bat Devil, and I'm going to tie up the legs of this Leech Devil.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
It
it
was
was
pretty good.
yeah. I think that's after a bit. So he goes and has a fight, and she's like, "Yeah, you're cute, but you know what? I'm gonna have to kill you because you're just
Yeah.
not into it." And then she states her dream of eating all humanity with the bat. And he states his, and she goes, "That's ridiculous."
Yes.
And then he just goes mental. It's like, quit squishing my shitty dreams.
How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, this is my dream, not yours. You can,
My dreams are awesome.
yeah, you can
Uh,
go. I'll go to hell, and he kind of does it, and then ties up the legs, and gives it a good left hook to the worm face demon. And then he starts running along like the limbs or
yep.
uh the bits of the devil, and you think he's going to get in there with his like wee stubby chainsaw.
Can we talk about the way the camera's set up? Because he just runs like face first into what you're thinking is like, oh, he's just going straight into that thing's head with his face.
Yeah,
And the camera pans, the camera is sort of stationary so that you can only see his lower half. And he just
Hmm.
runs full pelt and stops. And you're like, oh, has he just like human darted his head
yeah,
right into the head of this leech devil?
with a lot of blood
Uh,
falling from it. Well,
yeah, and you're like, oh shit, he's done it. And then of course the camera perspective changes. Like, no, that leech devil has put its tongue right through Denji's torso.
yeah,
He's basically now impaled, uh, which is
yeah,
rough.
yeah. He got whipped around the face quite a bit as well,
He sure did.
and I think there was a point in it where he kind of goes mental, like he literally loses control,
Yeah.
and Power goes, "Oh, he's gone something," and he's like, "Oh, he's quite tough. He's actually quite ferocious, and all he wanted to do was squeeze my breast."
Yep. She feels sort of guilty for making fun of him a little bit,
Or something like
and
that,
for that moment, almost seems quite impressed by
yeah.
him.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so anyway, he's impaled and then he kind of falls back down. Does he get Oh, he doesn't get back up at that time. Because he doesn't actually
No,
fall
he
down.
doesn't fall down. Actually, he doesn't fall down. He's being impaled, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden we see oh shit, what's his name?
Hanamaru.
Aki. Yeah, he arrives and he like kind of does this little mouthy motion over the top of the
Oh,
leech, and you're like, oh, what's he doing there? And it's like, oh hey, Fox Beast, come and come and eat this shit.
was it the whitest
It's just
kids? Was
what
it
was that?
the whitest kids
That
or
did
something? They did
that
they
did.
did like this thing where they were just like it was just like basically a guy like looking really far away at people who are small and it's like I'll crush you,
Squishing them.
squish
Oh,
you,
maybe.
squish. There's some random sitcom that did that. For no reason. That's all it is.
It did look a bit like that. Like he was
Yeah.
going, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh shit, and it just goes and
Jump.
just wraps its giant fox jaws around it, and Denji falls to the earth, having just been saved by Aki and the crew that have come with him.
Yeah. And he's laying down next to Power,
Yeah,
unconscious. Well, not quite unconscious, but he saw
I
everything.
like that the Fox Devil asks for his permission. It's like, hey, this thing seems like bad news. Permission to swallow this? And he's like, oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, career, and he does, and then that's it. And the crew comes in and kind of rounds up people, talks to
Yep,
the inhabitants, and do the cleanup.
yep,
They take Denji and Power in for their briefing, and Power
yep.
goes to him, "Get Meowie well," and he goes, "Oh, okay. Get a veterinary for the cat.
Yeah,
We need to
I
check it
like
out."
that. It's like, yeah, get a veterinarian to make sure this cat's okay. And it's like, yeah, finally, Meowie getting some decent treatment that isn't just being devoured by a giant bat.
Yeah. No, I want to say, kind of want to say, you think the cat is plotting evilly? Because all its looks for Kawan during the battle is like, aha, 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 got you, get you going down type thing. This kind of looked like he was
Are,
the evil mastermind behind it all.
are we insinuating that this is a ghost stories scenario?
No, no. Well, maybe. I mean, the feeling the breast thing is something that we need to.
The talking cat, though, man.
Oh no, no, don't need to talk for your talking cat.
But that's the thing is that that cat was a demon, though, right? Or a devil.
It might be.
So potentially, what if this cat is also a devil in disguise?
Yeah,
Could be
cat
interesting.
could be something like that. Anyway, it's just the way it kind of portrayed in the cage. It's like, meh,
Yeah,
try
it's
to
true.
try to kill you guys, but you're not dying. Damn it!
No.
It's just
So yeah,
going to reveal later on where the cat goes. Damn it! I've been trying to kill you like sort of like last year,
it was me this whole time. Damn
Austin.
it.
It was me, Austin, all
It was
along.
me, Austin. Fucking WWE. Uh but you get Power gets like transferred to be looked over, Miyawi gets transferred to be looked over, and so does Denji. He gets kind of put in a bed and wakes up and finds that his arm has been reattached
Mhm.
miraculously. To which Aki sort of explains, it's like, oh yeah, you needed a blood transfusion, and we got your arm from the scene and just put it next to you, and it just kind of reattached. So
I mean, that makes sense because his arms kind of turn into big chainsaws, like they split
well,
up and chainsaws form from within his arm. I
it's
mean,
true. He was also cut to pieces before, though. Like he was like completely dismembered and thrown in a trash can
yeah,
and
with the
all
zombies, yeah,
reassembled. So yeah, so this all tracks.
yep,
Um, Denji, of course, is like, well, this is pretty good. And he's like, so what's the deal? The deal with the big fox thing, then, huh?
yeah. I thought you didn't like devils.
Yeah. And he's like, well, the fox devil and I have a bit of an understanding. Uh, I give him something, and in return for his services. And this time, what is he says? Like it was some of his skin. It like
Yeah,
shows a bandaged arm.
yeah,
So
that's quite
yeah, it
common.
seems like he is. Because that is that. This has kind of been brought up before though. Because have they talked about him? I can't remember if this has been in the anime or if this is from the manga.
Mhm.
He is on like shortened lifespan because he's been giving it away to the
No,
fox demon,
maybe.
the fox devil.
I mean, this is only episode 4, so it might
Yeah,
be
I can't remember.
indicated that he has shorter lifespan because, but never really mentioned why.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's true.
he could do that. I imagine. Oh, actually, yeah, might have been because that's how he survived the demon thing.
Yeah, I can't remember if that's brought up when he's like having big arguments with Denji about his how hard his life was and things like that, and his reason to be and so on and so forth. But yeah,
Yeah.
like Aki basically sort of like lays down the law on him a little bit, and he's like, "So you caused a bit of a fucking mess, um, lots of damage, but you know there are two dead devils, pretty powerful ones, and it seems that no one was killed as a
Mhm.
result of your crazy fight somehow. Even though even though you threw a guy's car with him in it at the Bat Devil, he somehow miraculously survived to be angry about it. Um, so maybe what we should do is when I go and talk to Makima, that I'm gonna suggest that we don't do anything about this, because
Hmm.
if we do something about it, you and Power are both dead.
Yeah, he's actually helping them out.
It seem a bit suspicious.
Yeah, well, he did say that under one stipulation that he does everything that he says.
Of course, yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting a bit of putting a bit of a leash on him.
yeah, yeah. And
Um,
they went out jurisdiction or where they might be.
that's right. Yeah, they patrolled off their area as well. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
So
they found blood and stuff. And
yeah,
the basically he was like, "Well, there's a lot of shit you done, but you did good, sort
yeah, and he uses that same logic when he talks to Makima, who's like, "Well, this is a bit of a shit show. Uh,
of." Yeah,
Lots of damage, very public. They were, not under any sort of control. They weren't where they were supposed to be." And he's like, "Well, don't be too hard on them, because despite that, this was pretty much a success." And you know, he would be in favor of not making this a problem in this instance. Which is
yeah,
like, oh, how interesting.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. She's got weird motives
she definitely does.
because,
What with the New World War?
yeah, yeah, it's coming. So doing that to that, and then I think it cuts back to his flat, his apartment.
Yeah, yeah. She basically Makima is like, okay, fine, I agree. We won't punish them in this instance. And yeah, it then cuts back to Denji. Oh well, no, it's to Aki, sort of like getting up super early. He's being really neat. He's using his CV30. What is it? Is it CV30 V30 filter for his coffee? And he's using the fine pour, and
Right.
getting a nice coffee ready to go out onto his veranda and look out over the city while he has a cigarette and a coffee.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't know anything about the coffee making.
Oh, I've always wanted one of those. The little the fine spout pourers are supposed to be really good for when you're making pour over coffee. So, but
There you go.
yeah,
Like,
he's
not.
and then Denji wakes up and is like, "The fuck is he doing up so early? God
Yeah,
damn it!"
pretty much. How can he get up so early all the time?
Yeah,
Ah, and then we're having breakfast. He has his toast, and there's a knocking at the door.
not just a knocking, like a
It's
full
knocking.
on like. It's like a
Uh,
it's like a police battering ram of a knock.
well, there's a knocking on the door, and they were like, "What's this? A demon?"
Yeah, so holy shit, what is this?
Yeah,
And
and
they're
then
getting prepared to fight.
no, I mean Denji was still on all fours, crawled around the
Oh
door.
yeah, they're preparing for something. But
Yeah,
I don't think anything could have prepared for what was at the door.
uh-huh. Yeah, and then Power just kicks it in. It's
It's like,
like,
hey, motherfuckers, I live here now.
yeah, pretty much, and slags it off straight away.
Yeah, so good. Oh, this whole sequence is a nightmare. Because it's
Mhm.
like, what is it? Makima, Akifone's Makima is like, what the hell is she doing here? It's like, oh, I need you to keep an eye on her,
Yeah,
because things were bad before and they need to be better. So this is the only way I can think to do that. He's like, how many of these psychopaths are you going to send my way? have lived with me. It's like, well, just these two for now.
you,
Um,
you, you're good at keeping leashes on things.
yeah.
Was what she said, and then he just kind of blushes at that because obviously he totally fancies her too.
Oh yeah, he's got a thing for her. So he's like, yeah, fine, I guess. And then they're like, hey, she's like, oh, I only flush the toilet when I want to. And there's just like toilet roll barreling out the sides of it, and it's like, no, flush the toilet, you fucking lunatic. This is horrible. And she's like, I also only shower when I feel like it. It's like, no, you're going to wash. You stink.
Yeah, very much. Uh, she also steals Denji's toast, his
He
ultimate
does
toast.
his. I was gonna say, is it his ultimate toast? That's what it's, and that's the one that's like covered in marmalade, jam, peanut butter, just whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, just everything, man.
Yeah, the everything toast.
Everything toast. Uh, and then yeah, so he's doing that. Has toast. He's cleaning the toilet out, and then she appears at the door and then you like your fucking turd stuck in the toilet. The U bend. It can't fucking work.
This is your fault.
Yeah, this
Fuck's
is
sake.
your fault. And then she's like, well, you want to squeeze them?
Yeah,
Get,
it's
you
just like
get,
I wasn't actually going to let you, but since you rescued me and Miawi, and you know, stayed to protect us as well,
mm,
uh, maybe maybe I should allow
get
this to happen.
you get 3 squeezes for each one of
Yep.
those tasks.
Yeah, that's right. And he's like, okay.
And they shut the door to the bathroom.
Yep.
And then that kind of ends that episode.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, start of the next episode. It's just like Biohunter, Biohunter. Oh, I was out and about in Glasgow at
uh,
the weekend pass, and I was in the CEX. I'm calling it CEX, not what they want you to call it because it's a fucking stupid name. Uh, but there's no eating that. How is it? How's it eat? It'd be checks. Check. Wouldn't be what they want you to call it. Fucking stupid.
well, the Pacific Ocean has 3 seas in it, and none of them are pronounced the same.
Yeah. So, uh, yeah. Anyway, so this there was a copy of Biohunter there.
Oh man, did you buy it?
Oh, I was so tempted to buy it, man. But then it
How
was
much was it?
£8.
8 quid.
Yeah,
Uh,
not worth £8.
nah, I
Not
mean,
not at a second hand shop.
no. For an additional tenner, you could buy the Blu-ray of Ultimate Hellsing at the moment. So
Yeah, see, I was going to give you that for Christmas
oh, there we go.
because I know you love to have a
It's,
copy
it's
of
the good shit.
Biohunter.
It's... I do. I don't. I don't actually hate Biohunter. It's
Uh-huh.
not the best thing I've ever watched.
No, it's not.
It's also not the worst thing I've ever watched.
I, well, yeah,
And
we
and in the areas where it's very bad, it can be very funny.
if the dubbing's right, yeah.
Yeah, like just my favorite segments, as always. In fact, it's just the bit in the car just before they drive off the cliff, is where she says like, don't you think there are some things that science can't explain? And then the guy in the front seat just goes, maybe there are things that science just can't explain. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Is she just not allowed to talk or have a thought because she's a woman? Is that what's going on here? It's
Well, I
so
mean,
funny.
he's he's a bit condescending, that guy.
It's almost like she'd never like. It's like, oh, if I just repeat it, maybe the other guy who's driving didn't hear that. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
It's funny
uh,
though.
yeah. Oh, it's, it's ridiculous.
It's the good shit. So yeah, that
It's weird.
is the end of that episode. Um,
Mm.
I should have said the name of that episode is called Rescue as well.
It was. It was called Rescue.
Yes.
But who was he rescuing?
And well, himself.
With his dream, ultimate
He
dream
rescued his
battle.
dream. That's what it was. It was about rescuing his dream.
Had his ultimate dream battle.
That's right, yeah. It's like we'll see whose dream is dumb. My dream versus your dream, and it's like this is super stupid.
Yeah, it was. And I don't know, it seemed to have some good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, he slits like the throat of the leech demon.
it does.
Yeah.
How do you rate this one then?
Rating it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It had some fun moments like the dream battle.
Yep.
Weird wording of that because
Yep.
it's not really a battle of dreams, or even a dream
It's
battle.
a battle for dreams.
Battle for dreams to be able to dream for your
The
dreams,
right to dream.
the right to dream. Technically, you lost that
He did, yeah.
into this
Although
time.
the leech devil ain't dreaming no more, so
Well, or is dreaming with the fishes in the
yeah,
fox
in the
demon
fox's stomach.
demon stock. Anyway, how I rate it is I don't know. Yeah, 7. I think.
I think that's fair. I think like it was a relatively dull episode after the battle sequence.
I don't know.
Um,
I think maybe just because the battle sequence was there and it all happened, and then it kind of showed, like how Denji's actually seems to be like a role model for people because they're like, oh look, this guy came and saved us. This guy came and saved us,
yeah,
and then had like the guy in the car who's like all bandaged up and saying, "This guy got my car destroyed, and he didn't care."
guy tried to kill me. He threw me at a bat.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Uh, uh,
I might agree with a 7. It's
and
still a
then
good episode, but
yeah, and then there's kind of started to chill out, and then ramped up again right then because Power came in and caused a ruckus.
yeah, that was a great bit. That was a great bit. So you said before this was the same studio that did Attack on Titan, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense when you look at the way that the fight scenes are drawn. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, they're fast and frenetic and the over exaggerated movement. I wonder like because I know that even though in Attack on Titan they use 3D objects to do the Titans, particularly I think in seasons 3 and 4.
Uh-huh. I think to them
They
all the time.
no, I think the first couple of seasons they were hand drawn. But the buildings and the terrain and everything were always generated in 3D.
Mhm.
But the characters are hand drawn still, I think.
All right. I'm not sure on this one. I think it's kind of 3D. I know.
It
I
just
remember this.
seem yeah. I guess
Oh,
actually now that I think about it, it's not as exaggerated. If you look at
yeah.
the way like the motion is in Attack on Titan, like the sense of scale is like obviously with 3D objects, you have an object that is of a scale and backgrounds that are of a scale, so it always scales correctly.
Uh huh.
But when you're drawing in 2D, you are having to guess about scale based on camera position and movement and things like that. So it can be a little more exaggerated.
Yeah. I mean, but I know it's kind of 3D as well because like the start of the episode 1 where he's walking down that corridor to the door,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like proper textured. kind of like 3D wall there rather than like an army wall. It looked more like an old school game where you had these objects on the wall. They kind of looked flat.
Yeah. There's
And
a there's a really good episode of, I can't find it at the moment, but there's a really good episode of Corridor Crew. They're like a visual effects team
Mm.
on YouTube, and they did an episode where they sat with an animator and they dissected like how they did the first couple of seasons of Attack on Titan, and like why that was difficult for animators and artists to do versus having just one or the other.
yeah, was I don't know. It's been using 3D CGI and animated movies for ages now. Ghost in the
Oh,
Shell,
for sure.
kind of like
It was the first, right?
it was the certainly be like most famous one, I think.
Did you know that the light trails in on the bikes in Akira
Uh huh.
were made by removing that section on the drawing plate so that the underneath light would shine right through?
All right. I did not know that, or maybe I did
Yeah,
know that.
that's how they got the lights to look so cool.
Yeah, was oh, I was trying to think. Guilty Gear. Talk about Guilty Gear and animated
Yeah,
3D because they do it really
Strive.
well. Yeah, or Xrd.
Yeah, Zerd was the first one I remember because it was Dust Mode
Yeah,
was the big thing.
yeah.
Um,
There's like this weird rotating thing, and you're like, wait, it's a 3D game?
yeah, and that's accomplished through using 2D shaders
Mhm.
and
Uh,
fixed camera perspective.
yeah, it is, but at the same time, I think it's also 3D models.
Oh no, they are,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like why it looks like 2D from side on
Mhm.
is because they use specialist shaders to make it look like it's hand drawn stuff,
Also,
and
I believe,
then they're able to maneuver in and out because it's actually a 3D scene and not just a flat
yeah,
plane.
I also believe that they're actually drawing the animation frames in rather than let the models do the stuff.
Yes, I listened to a thing about how they made that game not that long ago, and there's like lots of interesting stuff that would have been incredibly time consuming and requires expert detail and skills to pull off. So like, because that seems it's what is it, Arc Systems?
Yeah, Arc Systems. Yeah,
They did Fighters as well, didn't they? Dragon Ball.
yeah. Dragon Ball Fighters,
Yeah, because that's
Fighters.
it's the same deal where it looks like an animated scene and then it can move in and out of
Yeah,
the scene.
they
But
used
yeah, it looks cool.
the same engine, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
But
That makes
yeah,
makes sense.
and Corridor Crew. I saw something about Corridor Crew. They were doing something.
They do a lot of things.
Yeah, but they were going to do something this time. It was about making. It's doing like a movie or something. Not movie, but like they're going to do some weird kind of thing. Not weird, but like interesting thought of them.
Yeah,
But I can't remember what it was. It was just a wee advert on YouTube for me.
they do they do some really cool stuff.
They're the ones that do the challenges. The make this picture challenge in a 3D modeling program. Or is
Uh,
that a different picture?
that might be different. These guys are more like we took Home Alone and made it R rated. Or we took Saw and made it rated for everyone.
All right. I thought that.
Or hey, like this was the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns looks like shit. We made it look better.
Yeah, they do the stuff. I think that's maybe something what they were going to do.
Yeah,
I can't
makes
remember.
sense.
Ooh.
Well, we've done it again, Colin.
We have.
We've managed to make it to the end of another episode, which means it's time to say that Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be found at our home, anchor.fm/ Who's That Anime.
Mhm.
There you can find the RSS feed or links to download the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Audible, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Overcast, Pocket Cast, all those different things. We don't make any money on these. There'll never be any adverts. So if you'd like to support us and leave a review, 5 stars would always be incredibly welcome. Anything less with some constructive feedback would also be super cool. Again, if you like what it is that we do and you have friends who are into anime, then maybe telling a friend about the show would also be super, super cool. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/ Who's That Anime, where we post about the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme or cool things. We have a Discord. You can find the link for that in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where we post the video versions of this podcast. Colin, what video are we up to now? I think I'd seen Perfect Blue go up. Is that right?
Yes, yes, it'll be the first episode, Chainsaw Man, because we're 3 episodes behind, and well,
That's right.
this is the 4th episode of Chainsaw
The
Man.
perpetual 3 episodes behind.
Yep, we'll be 3 episodes behind until we're not, which might happen if I don't go and sort it out now.
That's it's the most accurate statement that anyone has ever said. It's like we will be 3 episodes behind until we aren't. So
You know,
like
it's not like time where I'm always so many years ahead of you. Well,
true.
5,
True.
3.
Yeah. Wait. What age are you? Wait. What year are you born?
81.
81. 4.
4 years. I'll always
4
be
years.
4 years older than you.
Yep.
But
Until I die or you die, and then at that point, one of us will overtake the other, right?
I mean, depends how you look at death. Yeah, technically, I
Yeah.
just remember it's like Steve died in 76, and I'm still alive in 86.
And now I'm now I'm 10 years older. Fuck that
I,
guy.
I'm still 4 years older than him.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, also on the YouTube channel, Colin and I occasionally like to play some video games. Colin can be found at twitch.tv/couchfuel. I can be found at twitch.tv/hailpayman. There are also YouTube archives of any of the games that have been played on those channels. You can find those at youtube.com by searching for the channels Couchfuel or Hail Payman.
Mhm.
And I think that I should say we're still on the charts, Colin.
Oh, the charts of Canada.
We're in the charts. We're in Canada.
Uh huh.
That is not our highest chart position.
It's not.
We're in the Apple Podcast chart at number 43 in Canada for animation and manga.
Oh, what? 43?
Yep, number 43. We are in the United States, number 176 in animation and manga.
Oh, you said, it's better to be like lower number, right?
Wait for it.
Uh huh.
And coming in at number 17 in animation and manga in Russia, weirdly.
Oh, hail Putin.
Apparently.
Oh,
And we're
oh,
also in
that's
the
us
charts
cancelled.
just generally for leisure. At number 249 in the Russian charts as well.
We are very leisurable.
Yeah. We've had
Yeah.
a couple more reviews as well now,
Good or bad?
maybe. Well, not reviews. We've had a couple of ratings.
All five, I hope.
I'm just gonna try and sign into this to make sure. I have a thing that lets me see these, and I just want to be true to my word here.
Alright.
Seems to be all right. Uh, there we go. So we have, yeah, we got another rating on Apple Podcast.
Alright, okay. Was it good rated?
Yeah, no review, but we got rated, so we got 5-star.
5 stars?
Yep.
Give them the money.
Apparently, there are 3 places that you can rate and review our podcast, and that's Podcast Addict, Apple Podcasts, and Podchaser.
Alright. Podchaser.
We don't have any ratings or reviews from Podchaser.
Oh. Are you non Podchaser?
I presume we must be.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we are. We are there.
Oh, nice.
This podcast hasn't been reviewed yet. If anyone listens to this podcast through Podchaser, it'd be lovely if you would give us a review, good, bad, or indifferent, so we could see that it works.
Yeah. 5 stars only.
See, we've had people downloading the Haruhi Suzumiya episodes as well recently.
Alright. Okay. For that Christmas feel.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Huh?
And looking at the last week, you can see that actually over 50% of our listeners are on Apple Podcast, Colin.
Well, that's good. I am not going to say anything bad because you guys are all right.
And yeah, and coincidentally, they're all on iPhone, according to the device breakdown as well. So only 22% of our listeners are on Android.
Yeah. So what about the rest of the percentage? Unknown?
There's a thing that says other, which is not so useful. Some people listen directly on the site. Some people listen from a web browser. Sorry, some people must listen from the app. Some people listen from the web browser. And there's Podcast Addict. If you go further back, Spotify.
Oops. Spotify. Wow.
Oh yeah.
That seems like a weird thing to find on Spotify.
Well, like, we have a few people we've even had people. In fact, we've had people in every age bracket that Spotify takes that gives data on have listened to our show.
Nice.
So
Wait,
it's
up to
0 to
90.
17, 18 to 22, 23 to 27, 28 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 59, and 60 plus.
Yeah. Yeah, Anime's for the olds too. And the young.
We are the olds listening
We're not
watching anime these days.
we're not old. Though this when I was going around Glasgow in the shops, it's like Jesus. I get strange looks and I feel like yeah. Like yeah, it's just all those weird the anime dolls and stuff like that. It's like yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't want those.
I mean, yeah, I yeah.
Did you did you go in with Super Eye Patch Wolf's wee model thing that he was doing?
I didn't. No, no,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I did.
Did
So
you?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, nice.
it'll be here at some point in the future.
Sweet. No, I went in for one of those. The Strange Planets comic.
Strange.
Strange Planet.
Uh-huh.
Nathan Pyle. You know the little blue guys who talk very obviously about things, the aliens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he released a Sesame Street style puppet of one, and it has like the mouth move, and it has like a metal stick attached to one of the hands, so you can move the hand.
All right, yeah.
So I was like, I kind of have to have that.
Jeez. That's the one where it's basically I I am shoving orifices down my throats type descriptions. The
Shoving orifices down your throat.
yeah, well I don't know, I can't
Good
remember
lord.
what. I'm sure they said something and it's it wasn't like I'm just eating food.
You can for the video version, hang on, I'll just share this with you as soon as I figure out how to actually send you a message. There we go.
Send me a
You can
message.
you can bring that up and put it in my face box.
Oh, that one. Now you're confusing things. Facebox. Ooh, that worked. Wow. Oh
It's
wow.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's massive. It's massive.
It's
Back
so
to normal.
silly. Yeah, I could not resist, honestly. It was so ridiculous. So
That's fair enough.
yeah, I thought it was real dumb.
Should probably actually check on my
But,
order.
but but
Uh,
also super cool. Also, Culture Fly, although their shipping is not super cheap, they have a lot of really nice stuff.
oh,
Particularly for like Animal Crossing.
okay. Wow, that's pretty weird.
Nice T-shirts and shit.
Wow. Oh, it's not captured on the recording, but like your face is everywhere. It's like proper stuttery on my
Oh,
feed on the big screen, but
oh
like
dear.
in the video it doesn't show up. So you're not going to get to see that, guys.
Oh well. Well,
Oh,
that's it. We've reached the end of another episode. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 5, which I think is called Gun Devil.
Gun Devil, the devil of the guns.
Gun Devil? Yep, it's called Gun Devil.
Is it anything like Gungrave? You ever watched Gungrave?
Uh, I think I watched the first episode and then stopped.
All right. I bought the game
Is there
before.
not? There's an Xbox game that just came out today. That Gungrave Gore.
Oh yeah, that was like the latest one that has some weird thing. I thought it was like a VR thing or PSVR, but like a
Yeah, it's come out on Game Pass, I think, today or
oh,
yesterday.
oh maybe I'll go and have a look at that. I got Gungrave on the PS2.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
It's the good shit.
that's the stuff, and it took me a while to go through and complete it all, but that's that done. Been playing Marvel Snap.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Curse you.
yeah. It's pretty good though, right?
It was alright. I get bored of it. I played it too much.
I've only managed to. I made it as far as I think level 45, 44 rather.
That's good.
Uh, but now I'm deliberately not caring about about winning because I'm trying to complete missions and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I kind of got that too. That's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Just so I can get up. What's your collector's like rank?
413.
413. Well,
Yeah,
suppose you've been playing it longer than me. Only at 200 and something.
I'm at. What's your season pass level?
Oh, I think I just got to 31 today.
I just got to 40 this morning, so
How do you get up there so quick? Is it just so many games or what?
Just paying attention to uh the chapters of the season pass. Like they get you 1,000 season pass points at a time.
Yeah, but I've been doing that.
What chapter are you on? How many chapters have you, or how many things have you completed as part of chapter 3?
Oh, maybe one or two.
Did you complete chapters 1 and 2?
Yeah, complete chapters 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've completed 4 of that, and also it must be something to do with the number of games played as well then.
Yeah, you get wee bonus for games because I'm 31 on that. 230 on the collector's thing, but I got like 1,400 credits to spend on the cars to level them up. So I should be flying up that pretty quick.
Yeah, you will do. I've only got 25 credits left. That's the zone I'm in right now. Is struggling to have the credits to level up my cards. So,
Yeah.
have you maxed out any of the levels on your cards?
No, you can do that.
So
What's max
there's
level?
it's just called max quality.
Max quality.
And then once you get max quality, you get one with a different background, and then you can start. So I now have 2 Odins.
All right, and you get to play with both Odins.
Technically, I think I could. I just haven't because you would very rarely get the opportunity to use both.
Being at the highest power, yeah. I got
Um,
2 Hawkeyes. I got like baby Hawkeye and Hawkeye,
yeah,
and
I've got Hawkeye and cartoon Hawkeye, I think.
is that the one where he's falling down and he kind of looks like Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah, yeah, a wee bit.
Yeah, that's the one.
Um,
That's baby variant.
I've got. I ended up going for the season pass,
Oh, did you?
and I ended up with a bunch of boosters and a bunch of gold. Uh, the credits you typically get for free anyway, so I didn't like get any credits to move to progress,
Yeah.
but I did get like a bunch of different variants and things like that.
All right.
And I got the Black Panther card. So,
Yeah. Well, being at level 40, you get that.
oh no, you get it level 1.
Unlocked at 50. It says for me.
That's the variant.
Ancestors variant. All right.
Yep. So like, and after I imagine with like a week or so left, I'll probably be able to hit 50. And then then it's the season caches. So
Yeah.
who knows what's in those.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, if you got to level 50 before the end, then the season pass might not be the worst thing because there's a bunch of stuff you get there. Like
yeah.
there's a ton of boosters and a ton of gold that you get.
Yeah.
Because I've spent over 400 gold just refreshing my dailies or weeklies. And I've still got like 1,100 gold left.
That's fair
So
enough.
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not it wasn't the initial boost that I thought it was going to be. After having got it, I was like, oh sweet, and then I realized no, it's like no, you've already got all these credits. Shit, I needed those credits. So I instead ended up using the gold to refresh the dailies to get those missions completed to get the credits. So more
Yeah.
circuitous, but yeah, I'm at the stage now where people are playing the card Killmonger, and it's a pain in the ass to deal with.
Killmonger. Which one's that?
So when you play it, it destroys all 1 power cards.
Oh yeah.
So if you're building your deck or your lanes off of the power of those cards, like it being a bonus card in a group of 4, or like you're using is it Sunspot?
Yeah.
collect the additional energy, and all of a sudden you had like maybe, I don't know, 6 extra power, and that just disappears. It can be very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Ah, yeah, I came across a couple now. Yeah, no, my build's Devil Dinosaur at the moment. That's the successful one.
I'm gonna build a Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur build at some point.
Stick it in with Onslaught, so if you don't get Moon Girl, he then uh Onslaught reactivates all, does the ongoing trait twice
So it
in that,
doubles.
yes, in that one location.
It's pretty good. No,
But hardly ever use them.
I've been I've been going for the luring people into a false sense of security and then murdering them with the Infinite.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah.
Just like, nothing's been. You didn't play it in the last turn. Oh, I'll play him now.
Well, it's the combination of Sunspot and him is quite good, particularly if you have is it Angela and the one that gives you +2 power for every card that's in the.
Oh, Spectrum.
No, it's the Wolf Girl or
Oh, Wolfbane.
yes,
Wolfbane?
yes. Why can't I find her?
I don't know.
Yeah, Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like using Angela to like using Sunspot to start, using Angela, using Wolfsbane later on in that, and another like any other card, maybe a Captain America in there. If you can get those as your first 4 cards, then that does a really great job of controlling the one lane. And then usually what happens is the other person will then see that you're heavily balanced in that lane and then go for the other 2. So
Yeah.
all you just choose is the weaker of the 2 lanes out of that to play the Infinite on.
Alright.
It's not like a definite strategy or anything like that, but it definitely works.
Yeah. I generally just try to
'Cause
keep my cards high. Sunspot would be
I was
good
winning
though.
by accident. I wasn't even trying to win. I was just trying to play cards,
Yeah,
and
just
like I ended up beating people.
yeah. I
So
got a couple. When location with 4 cards. When a location with 20 or more power. Hard. Play 1 cost cards, apparently. Win a location with only 1 card.
yeah, I've
I,
done that.
oh yeah,
That's where the Infinite came in.
yeah, the Infinite is really easy to do. I don't have
Well,
that card yet.
I repurposed my deck, and had him in it.
Yeah,
So
I use
anyway,
Numar, 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 not fuck. What's his name?
which one?
From DC. The fucking
DC.
the the fucking Atlantis King.
Aquaman?
Aquaman. I use
Oh,
the Marvel Aquaman because
the one that gets +5 for being in a lane on his own.
yeah,
Namor.
Namor. That was his name. Fucking, I forgot both the guys' names. Anyway, yes. So that's been Who's Your Anime. We've talked about Chainsaw Man for half an hour, and then spent
then
another
Devil's
half hour waffling. Uh, so
Well, no change there.
waffling. That's not even a word. Waffling.
Waffling.
Yeah.
Right. Take us out, Colin.
All right. Well, this has been Who's Your Anime with your host Stephen Collin. And this see you next time on same anime place, same anime time, same anime destination.
Yep.
That's right.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Peace out.
You've got to be kidding me! How'd a pupper like you make mincemeat of my body, baby? We both dreamed of filling our stomachs with every insufferable human that ever walked the earth. An impossible dream, yet beautifully romantic all the same. and some yippy little lapdog we ruined it. Shame the world's going to have one less head turner. But you still need to die.
No way I'm dying till I've held some boobs.
Seriously? My boyfriend was slayed by a mutt with the sleaziest dream ever. Poor Betty. Life's not fair.
Such a foolish reason.
Everyone's serious about this, but you. You all just gotta talk smack about what I want, huh? It's revenge this, protect my family that, save my stupid kitty, blah blah blah. Think your big fancy ass goals make all of you hot shit? Then prove it! We'll have a dream battle royale right now! If I murderize you, this'll be settled! Touching titties will be the better dream!
Oh, cute! Even the way you bark is darling! So precious I could just eat you up!
If you beat me in a dream battle, then you can do whatever the hell you want!